Hello guys, this is Kitsune, and I'm back for another post-commentary of the episodes of Animal Crossing I recorded while still recovering from being sick, but this specific one was recorded on the 10th at 11:43 p.m. So, and today is the 19th at 9:39 p.m. It's been a while, don't worry about it. So, I was going to record this earlier yesterday, but things happened. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Romani, it's 4:01 p.m. I don't have any big news to share with you today, but I would like to touch on one seasonal topic. While going through my mental checklist this morning, I was really interrupted by an errant maple leaf. After brushing it off my head, I came to the realization that fall must be coming to an end. I do hope you all remember to enjoy this beautiful and vibrant time of year before winter sets in. I finally got the set! Those who use the DIY recipes app will find a new recipe in there for the red leaf pile. That's all for now. I hope you all enjoy your loveliest blah 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 blah. Whatever. Point is, hi. This is gonna be a very long episode to talk over, and oh my god, I'm also supposed to be playing Dauntless with Crow tonight, so hopefully I can get through this relatively quickly. But it is like a 2-hour and 38 episode. I blame Turkey Day, okay? Turkey Day is to blame. Sorry. But, yeah, so there's a few things I would like to go over. One of them being a topic that I've been kind of wanting to talk about, but at the same time I'm kind of like up in the air. So like, even what I'm about to say is not set in stone. So don't think I'm going to be making this a mandatory thing at all. So just be aware. Basically though, I did make a little list of what to expect for this year of 2023 and my episodes and stuff like that, like what's coming out, what I plan to record, stuff like that. But as I said before, this could change excuse me, I am burpy. It could change at the drop of a hat. So, right now, what I do have planned is... Let's see. Ah, my list! No, come back! I dropped it! Oh, God. Oh, the professional. I can't. There we go. Sorry, it fell at a very awkward angle. Got it. And my cat's looking at me like I'm deranged. It's okay, Blues. It's just paper. I dropped it. I dropped my paper. Hey, I gotta get him a better calming collar. That one sucks. Anyway. Hello. I am having a crisis, and that crisis is right now. But no, seriously though. For February, I have it written down that what I have planned is for... Basically, what I'm doing right this moment is recording a post-commentary for the last 3 episodes, which this is one of them, so it's actually this episode and 2 more that I have to do. And then I can start doing live recordings again without any issues. And the next live recording I'm planning on doing is actually going to be between Chrono Cross and Harvest Moon to get that Harvest Goddess ending. Whether you'll see some Harvest Moon this month or next month, you'll most likely see it next month. But I do plan on like really going gung-ho with Chrono Cross because I'm about like prediction-wise, I should be like just a few more episodes in to complete it. So I do want to, you know, put a little bit more focus on that than Harvest Moon, but they're both going to be like on my top priority of beat these games. So just be aware those are my main focus of February, or at least the end of February, because we are like what, a week and a half in before the end. So not much time left of this month. But so just be aware those are the three things that I'll be focusing on the most. Does that mean I won't be doing anything else? No, there could be other things I might be doing, but just be aware that those are the focus points. So after that, I do have it for March. I got myself written down to do more recordings for Chrono Cross, so I can like finish the episodes 9 to 14, because I'm pretty sure 14 is going to be the final episode. If it's not, then it's not. Whatever, it's fine. But just be aware that's kind of the prediction of how many episodes this series is going to be. And then I also have record Harvest Moon for the Harvest Goddess dress, plus the White Weasel endings. So I'm sure even if I start recording for the Harvest Goddess dress ending this month, it probably will be extending to next month as well. So just be aware, like, not even posting wise, I'm just recording wise. I'm thinking of, oh, I got the gold nugget. Yeah, nice. So those are the two things I'll be aiming for March. And then ending wise, Harvest Moon endings. Those are the two things I'm going to be aiming for to get done in March. And I'm also going to be planning on recording some more Digimon story, because apparently I was like one more scene away from the ending of the chapter that I'm currently on. So like, I should just record that and get that done with, dude. Why did I do that? But I've been also doing like online battles and stuff like that off screen, and evolving Digimon off screen. But whatever, I'm not going like too crazy about it. I just was trying to get some mission stuff done. And then the other thing in March I do plan on doing is record Zelda Majora's Mask. And that's basically the month I'm planning on starting Majora's Mask. So expect that to be up there in March. You're welcome. Shower set. Nice. I forgot what I did with that set. I've even used it or not. Oh, that's right. I think I just put it in a pile. I have like a pile that I left in the front because I had too much stuff in my pockets. Don't worry about it. And then for April, I have it set so to record Harvest Moon for the treasure map ending, which I'm afraid of that one, but I'll do my best at getting that one properly done, because I was not able to do it in my own playthrough, but I think I know what I did wrong, so hopefully speaking, I will get it done proper, and then Harvest Moon will be complete in April, or at least, you know, between April and May for uploading schedule-wise, it will be complete. So, whatever. And that's also around the time I'm planning on recording a few more new things as well. I will still be doing Majora's Mask, clearly. But I also plan to start recording for Rune Factory 4 Special, because once I'm done with Harvest Moon, I'm going to jump right into that. And then I also plan on recording some Katamari Damacy reroll, but that will not be posted during the time I'm recording it. That will be posted, like, in May. So, like, there's kind of a space in between, so everything else can get uploaded in time. And I also plan to start recording Zelda Breath of the Wild as well during that month, but again, you won't be seeing it posted until, let's see, I think I'll start posting it sometime in June. That way I have a lot of episodes pre-done, and you guys don't have to worry about, like, me taking too long to upload or make more episodes of that one. But my main focus will be on Majora's Mask and Rune Factory 4. So, anyway. And then, yeah. May is just more recording of those two games. The 3 games, actually, I said. Plus posting Katamari Damacy reroll. June, I will be posting Zelda Breath of the Wild for the first time. And I'll be recording more Rune Factory 4, because I'm pretty sure I'll still be playing that game. Because it's really hard to get married in that one. So, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to the story end, plus the 3 endings, or ending 3, I should say, with the marriage situation. So, we will see how that goes. And then I also have I've written it down saying that I will record more Digimon story, but I will probably be recording Digimon in the background throughout the months. So it's just when I post them, it'll be like up in the air. And then in July, I plan to start recording Dragon Quest Builders 1. But again, it won't be a series I'll be posting until possibly between August or September. It will really depend on like what the schedule looks like of availability for posting things. So we will see. But I do plan on getting it recorded before I post it. And then I got more notes of recording Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'll probably have Majora's Mask done before then, but if it does extend into July, just be aware there will be more Majora's Mask as well. And then more recording of Rune Factory 4 for July, and then in August, I plan to start recording for Yokai Watch 1, even though I will be posting that in October, only because I want to make sure that I can finish that game before I start posting it for the special of October, because it's Halloween month. I gotta have it ready and everything like checked out and good to go. I don't want to like start recording it and then find out, oh no, it's not working right, and then not have anything at all for the rest of the month. So I am getting things a little bit pre-done, so you guys won't have to worry about it. And then the rest of August, I have planned to do more recording of Breath of the Wild, which possibly by then I'll be done with the game. Record more Dragon Quest Builders, and possibly posting it by that point, and then more Digimon Story as well. September, I have the same record for more Yokai Watch, because it's probably going to extend to the next month, depending on how much content I try to do. And then, you know, record more Dragon Quest Builders 1, and more Digimon Story. And by then, if I record by, like, based off of my notes, I'd probably be around, like, chapter 4 or 5, which I'm probably going to be further than that by that point, because, again, this is just, like, a little note to myself of trying to do this, you know? It's not set in stone. It's not like, you can only play the game this month. It's like, no, I'm not only one chapter. I can, like, do whatever I want. But I just have, like, this little guide note of trying to make this your end goal, you know? And then for October, that's when you'll see Yokai Watch 1, which will hopefully be complete by then. So by the time I start posting it, I'm already done with the series. Then record for Dragon Quest Builders 1, and I'll start, I think, I forgot when Rune Factory 3 comes out, but I have it written down to start recording for Rune Factory 3 special. If it comes out that month. I need to look up. I was just writing this down without any internet connection, so I think by that point we will have it, but in case not, I just have it written down here to start recording then. And then I will, if it is available then, I will start posting it in November. So, expect Rune Factory 3 in November. It's going to be a little bit delayed, but whatever. It's fine. And then I'll also be starting in November to record Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I also don't know if I'll be like posting it on that month as well, or if I'll be posting in December. I also have it written here saying like finale of Animal Crossing with a question mark, because by that point I will be in November again, which we are in right now. And by that point, all I have to do is like catch a couple more fish and bugs and be done with the game, technically. At least like recording wise. But that also depends on how soon I can finish the museum with the fossils, not treasure. Fossils and paintings and statues. Because that's a 50-50 thing that can take a lot longer than needs it to be. But yeah, whatever, it's fine, don't worry about it. And then for December, I have it written, just record Digimon Story, complete chapter. Which again, I don't need to just complete one chapter, I just have it written down as a note. Try to make this your goal, you know? So, just be aware that is what I have written down. I also have it noted for myself to talk about some other things, but right now, before I get into that, while we're still on the topic of scheduling, I did write down, not set in stone, Well, the Yokai Watch is 100% for October, and that's again if everything goes well with the recording software and stuff like that. Um, so, and it's also by emulator, so hopefully nothing crashes, nothing gets lost. So, god dang, dude, that will suck. Um, and then I also have, and yeah, this is also not counting random one-offs or other previous series that I'll be posting, like Final Fantasy VIII, or finishing Klonoa and stuff like that. So just be aware, these are just like things I'm hoping to focus upon, not necessarily things that will happen or things that will take the full front of everything else. So just be aware, those are just kind of little things I'm hoping to do, like just a goal point to go for, but not necessarily the end all be all. Because the other games I might add in will be like A Wonderful Life for Story of Seasons, which is coming out this year as well, and Zelda Minish Cap, which I don't know, Zelda Minish Cap seems like a good fall game, so maybe I'll do it in December or somewhere around there, but we'll see, because I'll also be playing Tears of the Kingdom. Holy crap! And I'll never know for sure just exactly where I'll be by that point in the series. So, hoo-ha! What do I do with myself? Oh my god! And that took me about almost 17 minutes to talk about. That was the vlog section of this episode of going over what to expect for the end of, or not the end of, the majority of 2023. Because we're still in the beginning of 23. Oh god. This is not the end. This is the beginning. We're in February. We're in freaking February. I'm in November of recording of this episode in the season. But not in real life. That's why. Sorry. But yeah, so that's a thing. Oh my god. It's crazy. Crazy. And I think it's been a while since I recorded, like the last time I recorded a commentary, I should say, is let's see. Did I write that down? I don't know if I wrote it down. No, I did not. But it was a couple days ago. I'm pretty sure. I wasn't paying attention. I think it was the 16th? I'm guessing? I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's been a while. And my brain was like all over the place and still kind of ugh. But so a lot of the things I'm probably going to be talking about I already talked about in the last episode. So I'm going to try and skim over things I know I talked about, so I don't repeat myself. But if I do, sorry. This is a 2-hour episode and plus, which, oh my god. Guys, what the fuck? How am I supposed to talk this long about anything when I don't know what I'm talking about? And if you hear any clicking, that's me on my Switch. Not because I'm playing with Crow yet. Excuse me. But because, wait, no, I want to, Wait a second. Okay, no, never mind. Sorry. Oh, god, I'm wearing awkward pants right now, so my chair does not approve of it. Oh my god. No, whoops. No, go back. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. I'll go to Network Battles. I'm playing Digimon Survive, or Digimon Survive. I'm playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth right now. Sorry. Oh, I should probably mute this. There we go. I forgot I did not mute my freaking Switch Lite. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm doing some event battles while I do this because I had this plan to do a while ago, but I kind of got distracted. So while at work, I brought my main Switch, and I had planned to do some online battles with like NPCs to get some of these points going, but yeah, I just never brought myself around to it. So that's on me. There we go. And I just want to get this taken care of before I play with Crow, because I already have the game on. I don't want to turn it off and then reboot it later, when I could do this really easily. It's a very easy mission set to do this week. I mean, there's 8 days left to do it, so it's not like super tediously I have to do it now. But I'm here already. I might as well do it. I had myself all set up to go, and all I have to do is press A a couple times and I'm good to go, you know? So, good thing about playing with myself, I can do this really fast. So, yeah, basically for Digimon's story, Cyber Sleuth, right now the event missions are attack a certain amount of times, just basic attack, and win a certain amount of battles. And the other one was what was the other challenge? Ah, shoot, I forgot. Oh, here it is. Okay. Battle 15 times. Win 3 battles. No, it's not. Win 10 battles is the number 2 mission. And then used attack over 5 times in battle, including counters and combos. So, and that stacks over time. So just so you guys are aware, I don't have to do it within a certain limited time. I could do it whenever. So, if I knock out my opponent once, that counts as 1 attack and 1 win. So, yeah. This is neat. I am multitasking. Sorry about that. I'm playing handheld mode. But I'm getting points. And when I get points, I'm getting coinage. And when I get coinage, I can win. But, yeah, I was supposed to do this freaking... I had planned to do this post-commentary yesterday, which by that point would have been like midnight. Midnight yesterday, which is actually today. Because it's the 19th. It would have been midnight on the 19th. But, things didn't play out that way because I was working on a art project and, I got a little carried away, and I got really invested in cleaning it up after scanning it and then wanting to color it too, so I ended up spending the majority of my hours awake doing that instead. Sorry. I'm not even done with it. Like, I still have, like, I'm on the shading process now, so, like, I have the base colors on it, but I still need to shade everything to make it look nice. But I'm almost done with that too. Ah! It's Gulliver! I forgot about him. He's a pirate. Yar har fiddly dee, being a pirate's always me. You are a pirate. And Blues is sleeping on my pants. I should clarify, he's sleeping on my sleepy pants. I'm wearing my work pants right now still. I should have changed a while ago, but I'm also on call at a weird day because I usually don't have the work phone tonight, but I'm covering for another employee because she has to be in the next town over early in the morning, so to make sure she doesn't get interrupted and all that stuff, I'm covering, and then she'll take it from me tomorrow, and then I'll be free. I will be free to do whatever, and then I could do the last 2 episodes of Animal Crossing, get that recorded, get freaking Chrono Cross recorded, and call it a wonderful time. Hopefully. That's the goal, anyway. But will it be the goal? I don't know. This is so awkward to hold. I'm gonna hold it sideways. There we go. I have 2 switches in my hands. One is on a dock, a stand thingamabob, and the other's in my lap. And all I'm doing is pressing A this entire time. So it's not that difficult to do. Just a little tedious. But I'm like already, I think, halfway done. Probably. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. But I need to remember to press the other button. Ah! Yeah, I got 8 days left to do this. So no super rush, but I still want to get it taken care of, so whatever. I want to do it, and then next month I'll have enough coinage and get all the stuff. Which is going to be March. I don't remember what the March theme is. Is that Kids Day? Golden Week? Is that March? When's Golden Week? Because if it's Golden Week, then it's the fish things. Fuck. I got the Runaway Train title. Complete Battle Mission 3. You received a reward. Title Attacker. Oh, I finished Mission 2 and Mission 3. Where I had to do... Now I just have to do use attack over 15 times. Which I did 10, and I have to do 5 more. And the other is win 20 battles without using recovery items. Which I've done 10, gotta do 10 more. And then battle 15 times. I've done 10 out of 15. So, just 5 more. Super, super easy. This literally is the easiest set of missions to get. I like them. I like it when they're this simple. Just like this. Yeah, so what I do plan on doing in the future for Animal Crossing, I'm pretty sure I already mentioned this, but I'm just going to say it one more time. The next episode I do record with a live commentary. I will be recording it with I think I'll be doing like the 3-day thing again, but it's only going to be special because of 2 things in that episode. Will be number 1, I'm pretty sure that's when I can finally unlock Brewster. So that's going to be a thing I'll be able to do on viewage. And then number 2, I'm sure I 3 fingers to myself while I say number 2. Number 2, I am going to be recruiting an amiibo summoned villager, which I was going to mention. This is a new thing I'm mentioning. Basically, I plan to do a poll with the most voted approved Sanrio character that's currently on my community tab on YouTube. So if you haven't voted yet, go over there and vote for which one of the 4 that you prefer. Currently, I think they're all tied except for the sheep character. She did not get a single vote. But like the bear, the rabbit, and what's the other one? The bear, rabbit, and the wait. The hippo, the freaking elephant. That's what she was. My brain went to the deer. I was like, I didn't put the deer up there though. Who was the other one? I almost put the deer up there, but only because like I wasn't sure if I like the rabbit or the deer more, but I kind of like the rabbit more than the deer, so that's why he won over her for me. But the monkey, no chance. I don't like apes. I don't like monkeys. Never will be on my polls. Sorry. I hate them. But yeah, so that will be like the last episode I do for like a while. By basically going off of the same day time frame. So I'll be skipping days going forward after that until special events and stuff like that. So for any episodes that I do decide to do a, like, we're gonna hunt for so and so, that will be recorded. But otherwise, oh, I missed. Otherwise, expect not these episodes, just because it's too much. It's way too much being recorded at the same time. And oh my god, why am I so popular tonight? Ah, I got disconnected. Shit. I'm getting so many messages on Discord. Oh my god. And I also just got disconnected. No. How could this be? Alright. Well. Okay. Oh my god. I'm only 30 minutes in. And Crow's ready to go. It's 10:10 p.m. I should have done this earlier. But again, I was working on my art project, so that's on me. 100% my bad. So, cool. Oh, I completed another one. I got a crown, a bronze crown. Alright, so that was the attack over 15 times. It's complete. And now, oh, I can get the Big Brother title. Okay. And there's battle 30 times. Got 15 out of 30, so just gotta do 5 more. And I still have 15 out of 20 for the win battles. And once I complete all the missions, like every single one, I will be able to unlock the King Crown. So that's how you get that one, which I'll show you in my next episode I record for Digimon Story. Of what I mean, of which crown is which. But don't worry about that, we're playing... Technically, we're playing freaking Animal Crossing, and I suck at getting that leaf. I think this episode, like, I had like a bad time with freaking 3D space, where I just was struggling on catching any of the freaking leaves for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Because I don't care. God, I need to send a message to Crow to let him know where I'm at. But I'm like awkwardly holding 2 switches. So I was like, oh god. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but like I can only go as fast as the game lets me with loading. And this recording, which I might have to do a weird cut so I can actually play with my friend. It's fine. But in the meantime, how are you guys doing? I'm doing much better. So I feel a little bit more lively. I don't feel as dead, which is great. I still got random runs every now and then, but like it's been few and far between, so much better. I am very thankful for that. And I need to also do something on my freaking PlayStation 4 so I can actually record the next few episodes, because right now I have it set on watching Dragon Ball Z of my DVDs, and I need to get that not on there so I can turn off the setting for only TV watching, basically. It doesn't let me watch DVDs with that one thing unmarked. But I need it unmarked so I can actually record. Otherwise, it won't register on my Elgato. And then it's like, oh god. Tie my hands up, why don't you? But, well, I am really popular today. Oh my god. I got 3 different people yammering at me. I love them, though. They're all great. I love my friends. It's just funny. Because, like, yesterday was mostly quiet, and then, like, all of a sudden, I'm very popular. I was like, oh god. Yesterday would have been perfect to do this recording, and now it's like, I can't. Oh god. It's fine. Oh, I'm almost done. I have just one more mission. One more mission, and then I can go to Dauntless. Which, that does mean I'm gonna have to stop recording here. Because there's no way. There's no way I can do both. It'll be very weird. So, I'm already playing one game while watching myself play another game that I've already played. Because this is post-commentary. So, hoofty-doofty-da. Hello. I'm on one more mission, and that was the, just the win one, I think. Just win battles. 30 battles. Do it. Be the best you can be. I need to fix that. I don't like the setup for those. Whatever. I'll do it in my own time, though. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make my island look nice. It won't look as, like, fanciful as I've seen other people make it because I don't have the brain space for that. So, just be aware. It's not gonna be as cute. And weirdly shaped. But I'll do my best to make it nice by my standards. Which is still a best. Purple. This blue color. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm clicking the A button and nothing happened for a second there, so I was like, game? You okay? It's okay. It's just loading. And Blue's is belly up behind me. His face in my pants. Oh, right, so yeah, because, this is the episode where I make the campsite, so that's also a good time to mention the whole amiibo situation here. So, again, of those 4 Sanrio characters, please go and vote, so that, by the time I make episode... Let's see. I have it written down. So the last one I'm going to be doing a post-commentary for will be episode 11. So episode 12 will be the one I do the amiibo campsite situation. So if you have any of the 4 that you prefer, please vote, because at the moment it's a tied situation. And if I don't get any changes, I'm going to have to do like a poll. Or not a poll, I'll have to do a wheel roulette kind of thing where out of the 3 that were picked, I'm just gonna have to pick whichever one gets it the most, I guess. I don't know. I'll do like 1 out of 3, I think. So I'll spin the wheel 3 times, and whoever gets the most picks of the wheel will be the winner, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I like that, though. Acorn. Oh, yeah, I was, like, trying to remember, like, how do I get acorns? Like, is it the season now, or did I miss out? Because this shakedown did not get me anything. FYI. I was hoping, but I didn't get nothing. But yes. So I believe it's I always forget the name of the sheep. It's like Etois or something? I don't know. There's Teddy, Chai, Etose or whatever, and Toby are the ones that are on my poll to pick. So no deer and no monkey ape thing. But I will be scanning all of them at Harv's Island so that I get their items. Because I really like the scenario items. They are mwah. Especially Pom Pom Puddin', who is my favorite. I like the freaking dog. And the cinnamon dog rabbit thing. I know it's a dog, but it looks like a rabbit to me, you know? I wish it was more of the brown one. I forget the name of it. It's super cute. It's like Terriermon and Lotmon to me. Oh, there we go. And I'm putting my camp up here. This is gonna be the only ledge I keep, probably. Maybe. I don't know, I haven't decided. But I will be moving things around on the map. You will see what I mean. Like where the current hill is, the cliffside, where the first 3 villagers I invited, that cliff area is gonna be torn down to a flat land because I just hate ledges in that kind of area. Like, if it's like somewhere up in the front, like where the camp is, I'm fine with that, but anywhere else it's just like, not digging it. Because I can't see what's behind it, and it bothers me. I want to have a clear view of what I'm looking at from the front, and anything behind is blocked so no one could hide a treasure chest? A fossil. So, that's just me though. That's just my hang-up. Ah, Cloud, hello, hello. Have you found a good location for their campsite? Of course. Splendid. I can't wait to see the spot you picked out. Now for the location is set, I can, tomorrow we'll have a wonderful campsite for visitors. How exciting. And I finished it. I did it. I got the Big Brother title. Oh god, there's more? Oh, there's more! Oh my god. I have to do, oh my god. It wants me to battle 50 times out of 30 that I've already gotten. Oh no, I thought it was less. Thought I was done. I am not. Also, new day. Hello. Right now it's 4:45 on a Wednesday. Now for today's announcements. Starting tomorrow, Romania has its very own campsite. The campsite is a place for visitors to experience the beauty of our island and the kindness of its residents. I can't think of anything more fitting for Romani. Yeah, so basically, we have the campsite now. And we do the ceremony, so you're welcome. Ba 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 brr. Alright, I probably should call it. I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna be 50. Oh god. Okay. Gullivar. Arr. Yar har. Fiddly dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. And now I'm a pirate. You are a pirate. Yeah. I am okay with this. Also, I'm gonna stop doing my Digimon thing right now. So let me just save. Gotta save it. Save my progression. Put you over here, because I'm done with you for now. And let me save. Okay, I spent 341 hours in this game. Kind of. Not officially fully. Some of it is more due to keeping it in, like, rest mode. So, that's on me. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put a little stopper here for the time being. And, I'm gonna go play Dauntless. So, I will be back. You guys won't even notice that I'm gone. So, be right back. And I'm back. It's now 2:23 a.m. on the 20th of February. And today, which is going to be tomorrow when you see this episode, or tomorrow, yesterday. It's going to be yesterday. Because it's going to be posted the next day. You guys have already seen my Theater Rem episode, which I want to play more. But I'm gonna wait. Like I said, I'm gonna wait. Just to see how well it does and whatnot. Because stop sneezing on me, dude. Spreading disease and sickness is not a joke. Though it is super cute when they sneeze. How dare they be adorable. Oh, but yeah, so I just finished playing Dauntless. It's been a while. And by a while, I mean a couple hours. Also, I think Blue's is wanting inside now. Hold on. Hello. You decided to join me. Yeah. Sorry about that. I went to go make some food because I realized I haven't had anything to eat other than a tuna sandwich, which I had for brunch, breakfast lunch, at 1:30 p.m. yesterday. And then when I came home, I did have a small little banana, and that was it. So it's like, oh, no wonder I'm hungry. So I made myself something to snack on, which I won't be snacking on right now because I'm commentating, but I made it a little bit too hot, so I have to wait for it to cool off anyway. And we have about an hour left. I mean, to be fair, by the time it's an hour later, it's gonna be too cold. I'm gonna have to heat it up again. But don't worry about it. It's super hot. Oh my god, even the spoon is hot. It's a burn in my hand. But because of that, I was at the kitchen and Blues followed me thinking he was going to get his food early, which is not going to happen. You're on a strict diet, boy. Baby bull. Hi. Yeah. Hello. He really wants his foods, which I understand. He doesn't like the chili though. He's very picky about what he wants to eat. But when he knows what he wants, what he likes, he goes crazy for it. Like green beans. If I pull out some green beans, he demands that I share. And I usually do. Because that's a good thing for him, so. Green beans are fine. But tuna I have to be careful with. But yeah, so that cliff over there to the left of the screen, That's gonna be gone the next time you guys see my island. Well, not the next time you guys see my island. The next time after I do the amiibo invite camper, then the next time I record, that's gonna be gone. So, yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's chill. Also, I like that bingo wheel. I thought it was gonna be, not that one. There's like another one that exists. And I always forget what it's called. But it's what you would actually think a bingo wheel is. Where you spin the circle. And it lands on like a color image. Which, usually I get the poison one. But you can get a rainbow one too. It's like Wheel of Fortune. That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. God, she's so cute. I wish she wasn't one of my default villagers. But I forgot if I actually have her amiibo card or not. I'll have to check, but yeah, once I start getting their photos though. Oh yeah, the waste bin. Dude, okay. Funny thing about this waste bin, I get this twice in this recording session. I think I even got it the same day. It was like, wait, did I seriously get it twice? The same color and everything? What the fudge? Oh my god. Spoilers. But yeah, I just I just remember getting it like, what? Are you kidding me? Okay then. But yeah. They really want me to have a garbage can, apparently. Of the same variety. Of the same color. Great. I keep forgetting about Apple. Like, I think she's one of the villagers that keeps disappearing the most? Or, no. Who's the one who disappears the most? I think it's because they go into the museum now that it's a little bit more packed. But there are times where, like, I just can't find a villager. Like, where are they? I don't know where they went. Oh, no. I like that shirt. It's a good shirt. I could totally be playing Digimon right now. It's fine. He's doing a thing. It's so funny, I got 2 birds in this one, again. Then again, in my second island, I got a flamingo, I think. At least she looked like a flamingo. God, what villagers did I get, actually? I have my Switch right next to me. I could totally boot it up and see. Let me save. Let me close. Let me boot up my island. Not that one. Shit. No. Not Cloudo. I gotta play as my main account. Because that's where I bought the game. The problem with getting a digital game, you're stuck. So, yeah, there it was. I got the same freaking garbage again. I mean, it's a good garbage. I like the design. It's great. I like that furniture set. But the fact that I got the same freaking one twice in a row on the same day. Oh my god. Can you believe this? This nonsense. Yeah, so I was like, wait a second, I got 2 of these? Oh, I have an ugly hamster in this one. It's got like a pig nose. And there you go. Proof. The same one. From 2 villagers. Holy crap. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Let's see, gotta speed through Isabel. Vento Ario is the name I gave it. My Fugo. Is that who I played as? Oh my god. Oh, I have a little sheepy. Yep, I'm playing as Fugo. Well, that was definitely my JoJo day. Not to say I'm not into JoJo's anymore. No, I want this button. Here we go. Okay. Now we can see. Whom do I have? I have Graham, Ken, who's a chicken, Billy the goat, Deirdre, Kitty, Pate, who's a duck, Hornsby, Sandy, who is a peacock, or a ostrich, I don't know. Then I got Marty. That's the name of the bear, Marty. And Wendy. I could have sworn I had another bird. Maybe I'm thinking of Sandy. But no, that's 3 birds that I did not invite. They just came into my town randomly. 3! And I do remember in my original file that's on my main Switch, I had Flo, the penguin, which... yeah, I'm pretty sure I got rid of her. I could have sworn I had another bird, though. Maybe I was thinking of Sandy. Thought I had the pink bird. But... got a couple flamingos. Just like in my main game that I'm playing right now. Oh yeah, I don't think I made any ledges in this one. You guys can't see what I'm doing, because not only is it like, you know, impossible for me to show you it, because it's a Switch Lite. Let me in! But I'm also playing it while this is going. Oh, Pete's doing something. Hello. He is so weird. I mean, he's cute, but he looks like a little caveman duck. But yeah, the fact that I got all of these. Oh, lily crown. I like lily crowns. Crowns are cute. In this game. I forgot that I had this slide already. He has a Rutta furniture set. So fancy for a cave-looking duck. But, yeah, I'm not gonna play this. Anyway, I just want to see how many birds I had in my town, which is 3. That's a lot of birds, though, that I did not pick. They just came to me. God, what were all the other birds I got? That's so long ago, and I don't remember anymore. But I do remember Flo was the first one I had. And I had a bear. A jock bear. Ken's cool, though. I like Ken. He's a cool chicken. I like him. Getting ahead of myself. Oh, sorry. No, 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 no. Don't do that. I keep pressing the wrong button and I hate myself. Okay, there we go. We're good. Everything is a-okay. No panicking. So I forget how many bridges and inclines you need to get like a really good star rank. I believe like the limit is 10 for each, or just 10 for all. Or did they upgrade that? I remember like in the last huge Animal Crossing Direct, they did increase the amount you can have. Which is funny because around that point I was like trying to get rid of as many as possible. Because I put too many. And it was kind of making my island a mess. Which, yeah, I gotta be careful about that. You never want to go overboard, because if you go overboard, then what the heck are you doing with your life? Oh, I got the correct answer. Wait. Quiz time! How many drills does Brachydramon have on its body? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna guess 6. Between 8 and 4. So, yeah, of these inclines, my favorites are the log bridge and the, is the stone one? Not the stone one, the brick one. The kind of reddish looking one. I like it. But I decided not to. Not because it's good or bad, but just because I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, I gotta evolve some things here. Yeah, Lucimon is like the hardest one to get. Oh my god. I forgot about Nier. Dude, I haven't played that game. Okay, he's max level and I can't. Oh, because his IB. Okay, yeah, alright. Alright. Ignore me, guys. As well. Yeah, ignore me as I talk about other things that aren't on the screen because I'm playing a different game than the one that you're watching me play. Sorry. Better. Boop boop boppy boop boppy boppy boop. Zen fence. Dude, I've been forgetting to get all the fences. That's like one of the things I want to get. But, at least the game tells you when you get too many. Or, repeat, I should say. Sorry. I like that. I appreciate that very much. It's good. Good game design. Because I would hate to have to accidentally waste my miles on a fence I already have. And the game be like, oh well, that's on you. I was like, son of a gun. Really? Gotta be like that? Event battle, gotta change my party to my baby mode. I forgot. I made an easy to beat squad of Baby Squad, which is just some baby Digimon, and then Baby Mode with just a single baby Digimon. It's good. But yay, the campsite! Oh wait, I should have done that. Whoopsies. Don't worry. I'm just resetting myself up for some more Digimon grinding because yeah, I'm gotta do that. Oh yeah, I did update this too. Okay, cool. Cool. Anyway. Just setting myself up. You know what I could do? I could just take this off. Take it off the switch. Give it to me. And then I can hold this. So much more convenient. God, I love the switch. Take off the Joy-Con, use one hand, and press it with button. Because I don't have to go up and down. I just have to press A. Once I get myself set up. That's all I gotta do. So just press A. Aww. Press A. Network battles. Event. Oh. Do I need to be attached to do this though? Hold on. I might need to. Wait, am I am attached? Oh wow, okay. So I have to be attached to press up and down. That's bizarre. Okay, I want to do recruit opponent. And then I can take this one off now. Eh. Oh my god, why is it so hard to take off from an angle? There we go, got it. And then search on here. Click on it, you son of a gun. I'm gonna hold upside down, or sideways, not upside down. There's a difference. And then press A. Yeah! Super easy, lemon peasy. Beautiful cover girl. Sorry, I am very easily amused by what I can do with the Switch. It's good. It's all good. And we are, I think we're just one more day away from Turkey Day, which is going to be the end of this episode. And unfortunately, it does take a little bit to do it, because it is a new game file. I don't have everything available to me. Like fruit and pumpkins. I have no pumpkins. What the fuck? I also need to fix my forest area, because right now my trees are just like all over the place. But I gotta do something about them. I especially like to do like a orchard, but I only have 2 fruits. I gotta do more of those what do you call them? Island tours. But don't you wait? Can't you also get like different fruits if you do the what's his name? The freaking Kappa guy. Captain. His islands have different fruits on them too, right? It's not just limited to the main island. But it's also like very common to get the main island fruits, because it's more common. And there are like rare islands, and then there are common islands, and blah 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 blah. Yes, exactly. As much as I do love this game, I am very sad that we never got the sweet set of furniture, because that is honestly one of my favorites. Oh hey, Flick. Hello. Oh, hi. Do you live here? I'm Flick. I'm kind of a bug buff, an insect enthusiast, an anthropod artist. I love all bugs and all blah blah blah. I've been traveling across all the islands looking for my soul bug. I'm perfect inspiration. You must capture every wiggly leg. Oh god. You know who he makes me think of? He makes me think of Pierce from Pokemon Sword and Shield. But a bug eater. Instead of a rock star. That's one thing I am sad about that game. We never get to hear Pierce sing. It's just awkward silence. Like, not even a good melody to go in the background. I don't know what they were thinking. And here's the thing, like, I really did enjoy that game. I am not on the bandwagon of hating Sword and Shield. I really enjoyed my time with Shield. And I don't know, maybe I was gonna say maybe one day I'll play it. I don't know, for the channel, but there's so many games. I gotta, you know, take my time. I just beat a Pokemon game. I'm kind of like more invested in like doing Arceus again, but at the same time, like, do I really want to play that one so soon after playing it last time? Especially considering I did struggle with it quite a bit. At least for like the boss battles kind of stuff. I sucked at those, but I still really like the game. I like that coat. I believe I prefer like the darker versions of it. It's a good coat. Also, while I'm at it, if you're wondering why I got the incline, I'm not putting it down. It's because I have a future spot for it, and I'm pretty sure where I wanted to put it, I wasn't able to. So I think actually I was gonna place it somewhere else, but then I realized, oh, I need to unlock the terraforming first before I could place it down. So I think I keep it in my inventory for this episode, before like looking up before the next recording to figure out, oh, hey, by the way, this is how you unlock terraforming, and it's, you just gotta get KK Slider in your party, or in your party. What am I playing? RPG in your town. Once he comes to your town and plays for the first time, you unlock terraforming ability, which is very nice. I appreciate it. I want that in my life. So, yeah. Yeah, so once I lower that island, that cliff down, I'll probably fit it so that I can put a villager house or so in there. I'm gonna do so many roads. So many. Yeah. And I gotta move that rock. I don't like that placement of the rock at all. It's no good. I want to do like a, what you call it? Like a rock garden. I've seen people do it, and I really like the different designs. Because like some of them have used like a seasonal rock garden for the rock formation with the bushes. Which, that's neat. I like that. I don't know how I would design mine, because I looked at a couple of them, and some of them I really like, some of them I'm like, I could like tweak it a little bit here and there. So I'm definitely gonna like see what I can do with that, while keeping the inspiration of the originals, while make it my own, I guess you could say. Because some of them just, they don't fit the size or the mold, and it's just like, I'll figure it out. I'm probably not even gonna use the rocks, because I want to keep the rocks elsewhere. But I could probably do like a fountain in the center. I would like that. Fountain in the center with the garden of bushes in a circle of the season. That'd be cool. I'll figure it out. I just need more bushes. And a fountain. Which I think I'm able to get the fountain now. But I am at the end of November currently as we speak. But not in this episode. We're gonna be on Turkey Day. So yeah, I ended up collecting a lot of the weeds just to get the town rating up, I think. I don't even know if the weeds actually improve the rating or not. The game is a little bit weird sometimes of what works and what doesn't. Oh man, it's almost 3. And I'm getting a haircut tonight. Or today. It's tonight of today. Today of the night. Basically, I'm just getting a trim because my hair is getting a little bit too long for my comfort, and I don't like it when it's resting on my shoulders. So, that's the thing I'm doing. Ba, 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 da, ba. Ba, 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 ba. And man, I gotta figure out like where to place Dragon Quest XI as well, because I really want to play that game too. And as much as I could totally like just boot up a game and like start playing it for the channel and just like post it up later, I like having my episodes like uploaded in the order of when I was playing them. So kind of hard to do that when I play a game early and then I play another game and post that one up first before the previous one that I played before it. So it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I don't know why. Why am I so finicky about this kind of stuff? I don't know. It's one of the reasons why you won't see Zelda Majora's Mask until after the first couple episodes of Digimon Story upload. Because I played that one first, therefore my instincts wants those to be uploaded before Majora's Mask, even though you'll be seeing more Majora's Mask than you will be seeing Digimon Story for me. Not because I am not wanting to play it, but because I don't want to be in a rush to play it. Because I have a goal in that game, and that goal, which I'm doing right now, is to get as much coins as possible and all the hats. So, that way I could see, like, here's the seasonal hats. Which I probably should do it. Yeah, okay. I was thinking about, like, I should do an episode over the Valentine's hats. Because we are still in February. And I did it! I completed Battle Mission 1. You've received a reward. Silver Crown. Yeah. All achievements complete. You got Accessory King's Crown. So yeah, once you do all of them, you get the King's Crown. Which is great, and also poopy. Because if you can't complete the mission, all 3 of them, you're never gonna get a King's Crown. But if you can beat them... Oh hey, correct! 6 was the correct answer for Breakamon's drills on its body. I was guessing, and I was correct. Neato! I'm easily amused, I'm sorry. Okay, well, neato then. Let me save that and I can quit. Well, I'm in sleep mode anyway. Alrighty. Need my Joy-Con back. Put that back in the switch. Purple. My violet Joy-Con. Not to be confused with violent. Oh, dude, I have... Oh my god. I have 11,165 coins. I could totally buy... Welcome. I can get the gold heart again. Or get the Mirai. Or the black cats. I don't want those, though. Yeah, so I got the chocolate heart, white chocolate heart, heart symbol, breaking heart, and the golden heart, plus you. As in YU, not YOU. I could play as a black or white cat, that's weird. I'm gonna get the golden visor. No, I'm gonna get the golden goggles. Yeah. Buy that. Dude, I could totally buy the golden visor as well. Oh, but should I? Should I, though? I'm buying Tamers. Anyway. Oh yeah, speaking of, I think maybe I mentioned this as well, I don't know. But, I probably did, honestly. The last episode was kind of a blur because, again, I was still kind of feeling a little bit under the weather, but much, much better. Today, I feel way better, but, you know, whatever. Some of the stuff I said on the last episode, I don't remember just because of that, unfortunately. So, sorry if I forgot. I'm trying my best. I can give him the gold goggles. Golden goggles for my boy, Crow. Or I can give him the golden heart. I mean, the golden heart is pretty cute. What did I give him? I gave him the chocolate heart. Oh my god. And he has the king crown. I do like how on Unimon, some of these items for the hats are like on the side. Like one of those fancy little hats. Little British hats. That you put more on the side. And also the chocolate heart is underneath his chin. Like he should be wearing it as a necklace instead. But there's nothing holding it up. So it's like, how is it floating? It's... it's cute. I don't know. I like it. It's good. Don't worry about it. Let's see, I only have 3 Digimon in here. Hello. What are you guys? I got Mamimon. I forgot about that. Yeah, because the last event mission was you needed to have a Mamimon in your party. And I was like, okay. I could do that. I had to look up, like, what route to take, though. To get one. And I got my main team back in my party. As well. So, be aware of that when I start recording these episodes again. Yeah. I'm just going over the pro designs. Which I don't know if I'm going to be using that as very much, honestly. I could. But I don't know if I will. We will see. Yeah, so my Betamon is now a Seadramon. I forgot the name of this one, actually. I'm not going to mention it. And then my Terriermon is now a Unimon. Because, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? I like it a lot. Unimon is the best. I always feel bad for it, though, because it always looks like it's in such pain. With all those gaping wounds. Let's see. 1 second. Okay, back. I know I could have just, like, edited around that, but whatever. I don't feel like it. I wanted to take a nummy num of my food, and it was still nice and warm. And I still have an hour to go. God dang it. Well, yeah, by the time I'm I'm done with this. I won't. So yeah, this is what I decided to do because unfortunately where I wanted to put my first initial bridge, my incline, it did not fit at all because of the freaking way the ledge is. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait until I unlock the thingamabob. So I'll set it here instead. That's what happened. But I got a second one and I held on to it. Because I was thinking about, you know, I know where I'm gonna put it, I just have to wait until I get the thing. And I knew I was like very close to it, so I was like, I'll just hold on to it. The second one. I do end up placing it right where I want it, so I'm keeping those inclines. Also, for the high cliff pond, do I have to be at the very, very top for it to count as a cliff pond, or does it just have to be like on any cliff that's not the base? I don't know for sure. Hello, friend. Right now I'm taking donations for a log staircase. That's a lot of monies. Luckily, I have the exact amount, plus extra. And I do pay for all of it. Because I want it done as fast as possible, yo. Yeah. Oh, I got to start doing the, Happy Home Paradise as well. That's gonna be a thing I'll do. It'll be part of the same series. It's still gonna be Animal Crossing. But yeah, originally I was thinking about doing it where like every episode I would end with me doing one house. But now I'm like, yeah, no. I'm not doing that. Because like these episodes are already so long. We're just fitting 3 days worth. I mean, if it was like one day, it'd be like a 15 to 20 minute episode plus Happy Home Paradise, which wouldn't be too bad, honestly. I could see that one working out, but I'm not doing it every day. I decided. I'll be playing every day, but I will not be recording every day, is what I decided. Yes, exactly. That's just the way it be, yo. Oh my god. Yeah, so when I'm done doing this, and I'm waiting it to render, I'll most likely be watching Dragon Ball Z tonight, so that I can get, my PlayStation 4 freed up. Instead of being stuck on the middle of this episode, and I don't want to, like, lose my spot, so I'm gonna do that after this, and then tomorrow, which is actually today, just later on today of the 20th of February, I'm gonna start recording more Chrono Cross. Though I also still need to finish recording the last 2 episodes of Animal Crossing, as I've said before. Hurdy-hurdy-har. But, I will get them done. I also need to charge up my headset because I spent like, oh boy, like I already recorded 30 minutes-ish of this episode before I swapped over to play with Crow. And that was like a 2-hour play session. So, but like some of the I think 19 minutes of that was trying to get myself logged in so we could play together. So, whoops. Sometimes it's hard to do. Look at me, I'm a little gym rat. Doesn't look bad. God, I love that pea coat. It looks good with those pants. They're both gray. It's great. But I'm a pirate, so I must remain being a pirate. I knew I was going to keep that as well. I got nothing to do now. Oh. Well, nothing to busy myself with right now, I should say. Because I could be doing something else as we speak, but I don't want to not watch what I'm doing here. So if I had more like, yeah, there's the shower head. The shower set. And that's gonna be it for this. And then we're gonna skip over to the next day, which is Turkey Day! Hello everyone. Right now on Romani, it's 4:01 p.m. Thursday, November 24th. We're hosting a Turkey Day event from now until midnight to celebrate the fall harvest. What's his name again? Now for additional announcements. Today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. I hope the entire island joins me in giving our guest a warm welcome. That's all for now. Hope you all enjoy your lovely day. So yeah, then we get our next villager, which that's basically all we had to do, was just get more, like, the entire island packed with the base villagers that you can, but not counting the special villager that you get by amiibo inviting, because that's they always keep the 10th one available for amiibos. I don't think you can go on a mile flight and like find one. They just won't spawn, I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of unique. Interesting, for sure. But yeah, happy Turkey Day. Funny it's called Turkey Day when we don't eat a turkey, but we do have a turkey in our town. I suppose it is better than Thanksgiving. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving. I don't like most of the food. The only thing I like is the potatoes and the cranberry. And pumpkin pie is fine, but yeah, my favorite thing that we've ever done with Thanksgiving is go to a Chinese place. Because that's better food. It tastes better. I love the pork fried rice. I like rice, honestly. But I don't really... God. It's so hard to find good Chinese places, though. Because they always make the freaking chicken fried rice weird. They make it super greasy and oily. And, like, it always just destroys my stomach. I cannot. Which is why I always get the pork fried rice, because it's actually fried with the soy sauce in the pan and not like soaked, drenched in oil. I don't fucking know what they did there. But you can also still find places that they call it pork fried rice, but they just, all they did is add pork to the chicken fried rice and just call it a day. They don't fry it with soy sauce in a pan. They just take the same gross shit and put meat in it. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's an abomination is what it is. But apparently a lot of Americans like it that way, and I don't understand how they could stomach it. But that's just me. Luckily there is a place here. There actually used to be 2 places here where I live that had the pork fried rice made properly. But unfortunately one of them have closed. They were owned by a local Chinese couple whom I went to school with their son, and they moved out and it became like I think an empty place. I don't even know what that building is anymore. But that was the local Chinese place that our family always went to, which doesn't exist anymore now. So we had to go out of town to the next town over, which is about like a 22 drive from here. 22-minute drive, sorry. 22. What's that mean? 22 hours? But they still make the pork fried rice really good. So we do actually have another place in town that does Chinese food, but it's like the really gross one, which I do not recommend. So Yeah, they do something with their food because it like I take a couple bites in and my stomach feels like it's literally caving in on itself. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going here anymore. I can't do it. It's like Domino's bad. I just can't stomach that stuff anymore. Or actually never really. But I mean, at least Domino's I was able to stomach it when I was younger. But it was never one of my favorite places either. I preferred Pizza Hut and Little Caesar. But we have a couple of local chains that are way better than either of those. Papa John's sucks. But like it more sucks in the fact that I don't like how thin their pizza is and you have to cook it yourself. There's a Papa Murphy's. I always forget which one is which. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They're both basically they taste the same. I should say. Yes. That's the thing. Yeah, so I do some daily stuff real quick and then I forgot if I head straight to the tent. I'm pretty sure I do the Turkey Day thing last. But it took so much time doing this stupid Turkey Day because some of the fish did not want to give it to me. Them. The fish did not want me to have them. They didn't give me them. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ain't that a peach? By that I mean it's a box. With peaches on it. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, and I do wish I had the garden already, so I could have gotten the I think the super special pumpkin pie, but it's fine. I don't think I would have gotten anything special or unique if I did. It's just a thing that you can do.
Turkey Day, yay! Today is Turkey Day. Today is what everyone gets to eat. Super good food, which means it's,
yeah. Honestly, no.
Eating right is the key part of healthy muscle growth, hoo-ha. That's why it's critical. I sample each and every dish.
For muscle growth. Yes, sure.
Hello, Cloud. Turkey Day is here at last. I'm so excited to see that our chef here has a menu.
So I guess I did talk to him early then. Never mind. Are
you one of the locals here? I'm Franklin, professional self extraordinaire. Nook Inc. and hired me to come and cook for everyone. See, Turkey Day is about celebrating the harvest by preparing a feast with all those fresh ingredients. And no one knows feasting like turkeys.
I suppose.
Well, I say that, but right now it's now, yeah. Make no mistake, I brought with me everything I need to whip up a positive clam chowder.
But he's missing
ingredients of 3 my little clams.
See, that's an easy one to get. Because all you have to do is, like, just dig in the holes. She's like, yeah, I can do that. Let us do it. Ba-ba-bow. Which is, there's one. Which I missed. Perfect. Love to see it. And there's another. Number 2. Zeus.
Ichi-ni.
But I don't really catch a lot, huh? And then 3. There you go. Oh my god! Woo! I mean, it is 3 a.m. right now. Luckily, it is my day off, though. But I don't know how early my aunt wants to go to the barber. And I want to drink that. That looks so good. I like smoothies of fruits. I like fruits. And I like smoothies. Don't get very many smoothies though, actually. I tend to get like blended chais more often. Tea and coffee. That I get smoothies. But it's like blended ice. So it's like a smoothie in texture. But not a smoothie in drink. Mmm, clam chowder. I do love me a clam chowder, though I prefer a more soupy kind of clam chowder, where it's not so creamy. I don't know what like the style of that clam chowder is called, but I love it. It's delicious. I'm not big on like thick cream, so that's why usually I'm just like, no, thank you on that one. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie? Pumpkin dye. Pumpkin pie is decent. I like the smell of it. Flavor is 50-50. I've never had a bad pumpkin pie, but I've had a mediocre pumpkin pie, which is still good, honestly. It's just I prefer other pies, like cherry pie, delicious. Apple pie, delicious. I like fruit. Don't like blackberry pie though. Boysenberry, ugh. No, thank you. And then, yeah, this is where I was like, oh god, I need to talk to somebody to trade me a pumpkin. Just what I need. Questing. I take to do this very seriously. And I think she wanted a mackerel? I could be totally wrong, honestly. Sea bass. That was it. Sea bass. It was something common. But I just remember, like, the thing I was struggling with getting at one point was a horse mackerel for the second request. Because somebody wanted a horse mackerel again. And, a type of swimming fish. So, that's what took longer to get, because it just didn't want to spawn. So I was like, god dang it. There's my twin garbage cans. Next to my cool looking skull radio. And next to the lame chair. Yeah, so horse mackerel I do remember is a fish that was commonly requested. So I'm pretty sure I held on to that for that reason, because like someone's gonna ask for it. So I held on to it. And I'm glad I did, because someone did. Two someones did. Ba, 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 boo. And I fudged it up. Because of course I did. I get trigger happy, Joe. Stresses me out. Is what it does. Garbage can. Good place to put it. For all your dumping needs. Yeah. Anyway. I mean, I could be drawing. I could do that while I'm waiting for this to go. But it's so uncomfortable right now. And I haven't really eaten anything, so I don't want to draw when I'm hungry. That's not fun. I'll just relax. Watch the show. as I catch a fish. And the one that I need. Nice. Oh, and actually, I think one of the things I want to do, especially when I go to the Happy Home Paradise, I want to collect some of those glowing moss stuff and surround the campsite with it. And put that seat there too, the glowing moss ball. That'd be neat. I don't know if there's actually more furniture you can make with the moss that could go outside. Because if I could make it like glowing at night, that'd be so cool. That was at the oyster. The oyster gave me so much trouble. Curse you, Apple. So I think the first oyster was easy to find. It was the second one that gave me trouble. It was terrible. Tortureless. I cried. Not really, but I was like, oh my god, where is it? How long am I gonna have to play to find it? Oh god. And then I found it. I don't think it really took too long, honestly, but it felt like forever. So it's just one of those situations like, okay, sure, fine. Alright. Alright. I should probably charge my freaking Switch Lite. Let me do that while this records. Though, God, hearing that music though, it really makes me want to play Zelda. Which is good, because I will be playing Zelda pretty much soon. Which you will see next month, which is very soon. Oh my god. Ha ha ha! Pumpkin pie! Yes, but I don't have every color, and I wasn't willing to hunt for every color from these guys. Because by the time I was finished, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this turkey bullshit. I don't want to do no more. You know? Okay. There I go. Swimming with my cap on. I do like that hat. I don't usually wear hats in real life though, because I have I was gonna say large ears, but that's not true. Yeah, the first one, simple, easy, got it. Got an oyster. Perfect. Unfortunately, the second one did not want to show. Like, how convenient is that to get on the first try, man? Jesus Christ. But yeah, my issue with hats is, like, I don't know if it's, like, the shape of my head is difficult to find the right hat, or, like, the ears are, like, slightly off-centered. But whenever I put a hat on, like, it makes my ears go, catward down. So it makes me think I have big ears, but my ears are not that big. But, like, I just can't find the right size hat. Or maybe I'm pressing it too far down on my head. Maybe I should have it floating upwards like that. Where it doesn't even touch my ears. I don't know. I have I can wear beanies just fine. Because those usually cover the ears. So. Yeah. I want to eat my food. I wanna. Oh my god. The second dreaded oyster. That's the one that fucked me. And off I go again. For more swimming. And at this point I was thinking like, oh, that's no problem. That's gonna be easy. I found it first try. Actually, I wonder how long it took me. Because it's 1:50 right this moment. So maybe I can try to keep track. But I don't know. It's fine. But yeah, regardless, I'm back. Expect regular uploads again. It's gonna be a little bit tight right now because I don't have a lot ready, prepared, other than what I'm, you know, voicing over. But it's not done. It's not ready. I do have the Dauntless episode. I don't know if I will actually post that one or not. I'll have to go over it and see if I approve of it, if it's entertaining enough. Otherwise, I'll just scrap it. But my opinions of Dauntless is, it's not so bad. Is it a game I would definitely play on my own? Probably not. Would it be a game I would be willing enough to play with Crow again? Yeah, sure. Perfectly fine. So it's definitely a game that is enjoyable with a friend, but I could definitely see it not being so by yourself. Especially me. I don't think I'm the type of person who would happily play that game on my own with random strangers, which there's a lot. But yeah, and also considering I'm still kind of a noob at the game in general, I wouldn't know what to do. And all the monsters, I was gonna say all the monsters look the same to me? That's not true. They look different, but like I don't remember all of what they are. Also, this guy. Hello. Pavlov. Actually, what's his name? Pascal. There we go. Hey man. What about that scalp of yours? Can I have it? No. I'm keeping it. That's cool, man. Scalps come and scalps go. The sea will always be there. And the reason why I said no is because I wanted to donate that one. But luckily for him, spoilers, I don't find an oyster, but I find another scallop, so he still gets it. See? I got another scallop. Literally right next door. Hello. Hey man, how about this time? Care to part with that scallop? Yes. Whoa, thanks for your generosity, man. Since you were cool about the scallop, I left you a cool recipe in return. The pearls you need for that recipe are rare, but you can sometimes find them on the ocean floor. Keep my eyes open for them too, and I might even trade you for a scallop if I find one. Forget give and take. This is called give and give. That's all you, yeah, you dig? Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to lay some truth on you. This feels so brunches between breakfast and lunch. But what's it called when you eat grilled cheese at 3 a.m.? Consider yourself tuned. Yeah. I don't know what you call that. It's just a snack. A late night snack. Which is yum. I do that. I have done that before too. Usually around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. I don't know. But I'm usually awake way past a lot of time that people are asleep. Because I have weird hours. So, whatever. Like right now, it's 3. I would have made a grilled cheese if I had bread. I don't. So I made something else. And it's now cold. Well, it's like lukewarm now. I could always reheat it though. I'm gonna be watching freaking Dragon Ball Z after this. So. Woo! And I mean the actual Dragon Ball Z, not the abridged. Which has really been an interesting experience considering like how much they left out and altered for a more fun experience. But at the same time, it's like, I'm learning. I'm relearning lore. Cool. Thank you. Ooh. I'm burping. Oh my god, and I got a pearl! Perfect. Speaking of pearls, I like Steven Universe Pearl, and I also really like Lars. It's funny, like two of my favorite characters are ones that a lot of people hated at one point of the series, though a lot of people change their tunes around those characters because they do develop, and you learn more about them. And it's just really nice. I like them. That's the reason why I like those characters, because I always had a feeling with the way that they are portrayed that there's a lot more that we're not being shown, and that sooner or later we're gonna get a little bit more development and they're gonna change for the better kind of thing. I know it's not always the case, but there's been a huge handful of characters that I really like that tend to fall under that category. So it's like, you either have like really good perception of characters, of how they're written, even like the most subtle way possible, or I'm just really good at guessing. Because for anime at least, I'm really good at it. Like anime, manga, I usually am very good with guessing which characters are gonna have the most development, even if they start out really rough and unlikable. But then they become likable because, hey, you learn a little bit more of why they are that way. So, whatever. Also, for anyone who doesn't know about Animal Crossing and why I got 3 scallops and only Pascal came up for 1 of them, it's because it's a daily thing. So every day, if you find a scallop, he will pop up and request that you give it to him. And you can get either a mermaid recipe or a pearl. Like, those are the 2 things he will give to you. And it's kind of random, I think. Though I believe once you get, like, all the recipes, it's gonna be all just pearls he'll give to you. Don't quote me on that, because I don't think I've learned all the recipes, even in my original game. But I got a lot of them. I might have gotten them all. Also... I didn't really try to get all of them. So whatever. But the main thing though is I never did get the oyster. So I suffer. Bop, bop, bow. Bop, 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 bow. Yeah, I need to make it nicer, frickin' orchard. Ooh, maybe I can use like the country fence and wrap it around the trees. That would look cool. It would look quaint. But I'm just thinking out my butt. My headset's beeping. Because I was playing over 4 hours with this thing on, so... Whoops. At first I was like, was I really playing though? But I was using them for 4 hours. I like the grill. In my game, in my main game, it was green. Yeah, I just said, like, let's keep the horseback roll. Because that might be wanted. because it tends to be. Oh, dude, I completely lost track of the thing. But, well, okay, I was gonna say, characters that I did get a feeling on, that there was more to them, would be like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. I thought there was a lot more to him that were not being shown, which that was true. Then there was also Dave Strider from Homestuck, which is another character that was more than just a joke. And a lot of the people who I knew who liked the show, or like the comic, always were like, Dave is whatever, like, he's just a douche or whatever. And it's like, no, I think there's a little bit more to him, and we will get it later. And we did, and I'm happy for it. And then Sanji was another character. I felt like there was a lot more to him than we were just getting. Even though his character was already pretty solid at the beginning, I felt like there was a lot more that we weren't getting. Also crap. And guess what? We got a lot more with Sanji. Oh my god. He's my favorite for a reason, just like Robin. So, both Robin and Sanji have like similar backgrounds, and I love them. I love them so much. And then there's also Bakugo, but Bakugo is more of a simple case, where, well, he definitely is a character that has developed over the seasons, even though I haven't really finished watching all of it. Crow wants me to finish it. I need to. I need to catch up. I haven't watched season 4. Pretty sure, so that's where I left off, was after season 3 in the movie. Whoopsie poopsie. But, yeah, I'm aware of Bakugo situation of stuff, but yeah, I really liked him because he's a character who is very rough around the edges, but when you realize the type of character he truly is, which is a, he is a self-deprecating perfectionist, which is like the worst thing that you want to be. Because, like, on the plus side, he's a perfectionist, therefore he's always trying to do the best that he can. So everything he does, he is on top of it. He will do that thing. But then he's also very self-conscious of how others, like, perceive him. Which is also funny because he's, like, also like, I don't care what you think of me, but he does. So he's also tsundere. So it's like, oh god, Bakugo, what the fuck? You're a mess and a half! And that's why I like him. And then there's also Vegeta, who's another character who, I was gonna say, does he have a lot more than he actually shows? I mean, my favorite character is Trunks, and then Vegeta, and then Krillin. With Bulma sharing ties with Trunks because they're both really awesome. So basically, if you're ever curious, I usually have, when it comes to my favorites, I have 2 lists of favorites in every series, which is my favorite male character and my favorite female character. Which, unfortunately, a lot of anime, I tend to not like a lot of the females. Not because I don't want to like them, but because they don't really write good girl characters for me. Because they're either, like, too girly, too simple, or just a background character that just, whatever, you know? But that's not to say there's not any good female characters, because, like, there's a lot of good characters out there. It's just hard for me to find them. Because, like, oh, God. Yeah, it is definitely a problem. In most media, it doesn't have to just be anime, honestly. Because when I think of, like, American cartoons, God, which ones would I say? I mean, I do like Helga from Hey Arnold. And, the Meg from Hercules the movie, from, you know, Disney movie. God, it's so hard to think of any, though. I don't watch a lot of American... Oh, Toph from Avatar The Last Airbender. Love her. She is great. Katara annoyed me. But Toph, mwah, delicious. I like her a lot. She is great. That's the type of female character I want. More of, like, the gender-neutral type. Just, she's perfect, honestly. And And, oh god, who else is out there? There has to be more. I did like a Rukia from Bleach before she gave herself up to the Soul Society to be murdered or whatever. As a self-sacrificing lamb. I hated that so much. Which you could make the argument like, oh well, didn't Robin do the same thing in One Piece? And like, no. There was definitely similar aspects to it. But what I really liked about One Piece over freaking... There's another pearl. Bleach is the fact that Robin actually did fight back to get herself out of that mess when she was finally like pushed enough to admit her real feelings and realize, oh shit, this is my family now. This is the people who I want to live with. And I want to live. And it's really... God, I love Robin. But, Rukia did not really do that. She just kind of like sat back and waited for death. Just like, god damn it. Why you have to ruin one of my favorite characters by making her a damsel in distress who does nothing? And what's even worse is... I mean, I can't really say that's worse, but I was gonna say, like, she's not even the love interest in that series. And you can make the argument like, oh, well, that's kind of good, isn't it? Because that means it's not the stereotypical situation. It's just two friends who want to save each other. But, like... Is it though? Because the love interest of Ichigo, who I don't like her at all, or Ihime, not a favorite of mine at all. Nope, I don't like the Disney characters. That's my thing. But also, I hate that they both have red hair. So I like, but like first glance, like if I'm not even knowing the show, I think that they're related, but they're not. Because like, how many orange-haired characters are in that show? Just those two, as far as I'm aware. Like, maybe there's more that we never see, but... Or I never seen, because I never got past season 1. After the whole situation with Rukia getting snatched away, and I just, like... I got fed up. I was like, fuck this show. I'm out. I don't know. The people who could watch Bleach after that scene, more power to ya. I just cannot. So, that's on me, though. Let's see. I'm looking over at my shelf. Well, okay, I guess, in Monster Rancher, there was Holly. I liked her. She was nice. But she was also, like, really bland. So, she's just nice. That's all she is. So, she's not, like, a favorite character. I guess she's, like, more like Vivi from One Piece. Where she is proactive. But not really of a standout character for me. So, they're good, but I just don't really care. That sounds terrible, but that's the truth. Oh, and also in Osomatsu-san, there was this one character, excuse me, who I really liked. Oh, and that bug. Oh my god, I was waiting so long for that thing to spawn. Yes, the orchard mantis. It's so pretty. I hope I can collect more and get those freaking figurine of it. But no, fudge, what is her name? Haruna? Haruni? No, not Haruni. I think it was Haruno or something. But in Osomatsu-san, Jusimatsu falls in love with this girl, and that story is really sweet. I liked it a lot. It's good. Very, very, very good. Definitely recommend that episode. She is adorable.
I like her.
Ba-ba-da-ba. God, did I? Yeah, I got the crab. I think that was the only other new thing. I wasn't really paying attention just now. But, bleh. Bleh. Oh, an interesting thing though I will mention though is Final Fantasy VII When I was younger, my favorite character was Eris, of all the female characters. But as an adult, Eris is so immature. Oh my god. I did not realize how immature she is, even in the original game. Like, holy shit, dude. But, because, like, when I was a kid, I was more on, like, Eris' side when they were always, like, coming up with the plans. But as an adult, I'm more on Tifa's side, even though I still don't like Tifa because she is a manipulator, and I don't like manipulators. So, okay. But, whatever. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's all okay. But I still like Selfie, not Selfie, Yuffie. Sorry, I get those two confused because they're very similar in personality, except for Selfie is dumb. But like a cute dumb. While Yuffie is just a little mischievous scamp. And I do like her. She's great. But I do remember she annoyed me when I was younger, and now, like, I appreciate her a lot more for some reason as an adult. I don't know. Kind of funny how that works. Especially considering, like, a lot of times, a lot of my tastes have not changed with characters. Like, a lot of the characters I liked as a kid, I still like as an adult. Like, I still really like freaking, like, my favorite Sailor Moon character was always Jupiter, and it still is Jupiter, and I also like Uranus. Uranus is beautiful. Sorry. Oh, the pun on that word. It's terrible. But yeah, she is hot, though. Tall and blonde with short hair. I wish I was her cousin. I'm joking. The fucking dub. Calling them cousins. Oh my god. Dude, even I knew as a kid that they were not cousins. And I didn't even know what lesbians and stuff was at the time. I was just like, are they in love with each other? Like, it just connected with me in my brain. Like, that's more than relations, dude. Sibling relations or family relations. That is a relationship. And god, imagine like some of the kids who watched that as kids and thought, oh, this is how cousins are, and thinking that was normal. That would have been terrible. Oh my god. They were so stupid changing that. Also changing that one character to a woman when he had no boobs. Though he did have a good waist. So I can understand mistaking him for a woman, even though he was clearly not. But, can't have the gays in our American cartoons, even though it was not American, it was Japanese, but whatever, it's fine. There was gay siblings, though. I said gay siblings. There were incest in Sailor Moon. Straight incest between these two aliens. I do remember that. It was weird. Oh my god. Sailor Moon was weird. Looking back on it. Yeah, because I remember there was this one season, it was a very small season, where these two alien siblings come to Earth, and they both fall in love, technically, with Usagi and what's his face? Serena and Derek was the dub's names, I think. I don't know. I forgot. Don't worry about it. But the Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon, they fall in love with them of the opposite gender. So the brother falls in love with Sailor Moon, and the sister falls in love with Tuxedo Mask, but as their base human forms. It's been a while since I watched it, so sorry I don't remember their names. And they got jealous of each other for falling in, or for flirting with the ones that they fall in love with, and it was so weird because they're like trying to one up each other while also getting the other's attention for the people that they like. And just like, what is this? Do you guys wanna fuck with each other and not the people you were trying to pretend that you actually like? You were already technically in a relationship or trying to, I don't know, I think they were like an off and on one. They hadn't decided yet. But it was weird. And then in the end they're like, I do remember they make up and they go off back to space together or something. Potato. Nice. But it's fucking weird. Oh my god. Yeah. It's weird. But I did like, even though the first two I mentioned that were my favorites, I also did really like, oh, what was her name? Sailor Mercury. She's an easy favorite for a lot of people. And I actually did like, what's her face? Was it Venus? The blonde superhero with the white cat. I liked her. Even though I usually don't like the dumb type of characters. She was pleasant. I really liked her a lot. She wasn't like impossibly stupid. Or it's just like, oh, what was her name from Kenshin Muyo? That really blonde ditzy character who was with the space cop lady, who was actually hot. The other one was, not the dumb one. But I also, like, I really liked, Ryoko the most in that series. Ryoko was the best pick, honestly. I like the smart characters. That's my weakness. If they smart, I usually like them a lot. But if they're also tall and caring and can cook you a good meal, I'm also probably gonna like them a lot too. Why do I like Sanji so much? Hey! Sorry. And Lars. Lars is also tall and can cook very well. Now whether he can take care of you though, that's the thing. He needs to be taken care of. Except for in the later seasons, he actually does develop and gets his own posse and develops very well. I don't know. I like Lars. I've always liked Lars. Even when he was a shitty character, I liked Lars a lot. And I was happy every single time he started to develop a little bit more. So, I appreciate those moments a lot. I'm thinking, I did like Misty from Pokemon though. Kasumi. Well, I don't know, like, Jessie was always like that character who I was always like 50-50 on. Like, there's times where I liked her, and then other times like she annoyed me. Not the same with James though. James was always lovely. He was my favorite. After Gary. Gary was my favorite. So it was like Gary and Misty tying at the top, and then James after that, and then Brock, because again, you can't go wrong with characters who can cook and take care of you. Sorry, I don't make the rules. The rules make me. Let's see, whom else? Whom else exists out there that I really like that are female? Oh my god. I'm not gonna think about it anymore. I'm done. I give up. Sea bass. I don't remember what I was looking for. Is this the one with the other mackerel? I wasn't looking, sorry. I was looking over at my freaking shelf to see what series do I own that have good female characters. I mean, none of them were my favorite. I was gonna mention like Trigun, but again, like neither of those two main female characters were like top tier to me. I liked them, but none of them were like my favorite characters. That was the only character I liked in that show was Wolfwood. That was it. Like I didn't care about anybody else. It was just Wolfwood. Every single time he was on screen, I was like, yes, Wolfwood. And then things happened. I got sad. I didn't watch the show for a year, and then it popped up again as a rerun, and it was exactly the episode where I left off on. So it's like, guess I'm watching this again. Or finishing it, honestly. But like, man, the irony of that. A full year and it returned right where I was left off. Where Vash was depressed like I was. So it's like, oh, he feels my emotions of a year past of mourning. Not really of mourning, but like just being bummed about it. Because a lot of the times, back in the day, a lot of my favorite characters tend to die. Not all of them, but there was a good handful. Like, really? Again? With my favorite character dying? Could you, like, not? Don't make this a thing, Japan. Stop it. Oh my god. The woes that I had to force myself to go through. And then there's also Oran High School Host Club. I love Haruhi. She is peak good, well-written female character. Where she just is. That's all you need to do. Just make them be themselves. Just be a character and not a gender, honestly. Because when you force a character to be a gender, you're either like falling into like stereotypes or you're making them very bland and uninteresting or unrelatable. At least for me. I can't relate to a lot of characters that are super girly, which is usually one of the reasons why I also avoid shows that are super girly. Such as the pony show. Friendship is Magic? Is that what it's called? My Little Pony. My Little Pony. That was it. Oh my god, why did I struggle with remembering that? Yeah, My Little Pony was definitely a show I never could get into, even when I watched the reboot, which was a lot better animated, but still not a fan of, so, eh. I did like Rarity, though. I really did like Rarity for some reason. I don't know. Like, every now and then I'll find a female character that might be a little more on the girly side that just I really like. Like Mimi from Digimon. Freaking love her. She's like peak female character for me. And then Rarity is like similar. Where I don't know. They're just so good. And I don't even like that show. I can't stand most of the characters in that show. Except for Rarity and Spike, and that was it. Like, everyone else, get them out of there, I don't care. But I'm not watching the show, so. Whatever, it's fine. And if you want to know, like, my favorite female character in Homestuck, that would be between Rose, Roxy, and Nepeta. So, you can kind of see my type. The type I like. A little bit more bubbly, supportive, and strong. Independent, and kick-ass. But also with their own hang-ups. But their desire to do what they like. Also love of cats. I love cats. They love cats. Hey! It's a thing. It's fine. And also in Mob Psycho 100, there's Tome, who I really, really like. So, Tome, I love her. Again, another character who's very, like, toffish. But they just are what they are. And they don't let being a girl really, like, dictate how they behave. To the point that most of her friends are men. They're, like, boys. She is surrounded by men. Children men, but still men. But, yeah. She is great. I love her. Do you want me to say that again? Because I do. Yeah. It's like Rukia, honestly. Or Rukia. Ruki from Digimon. Because she starts off like really rough, and I never really liked her at the beginning. But when she develops as a character, she's a lot more pleasant. But you still have to get through that rough point of her character. Where it's just, it's like eating a, well, I can't say that. I was gonna say, it's like eating a lemon, except for I've eaten a lemon, skin and all, and had a very fun time with it. I don't know, dude. Which is also really funny, though, if you think about it, because it made my friends think, like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And then they try to eat the lemon, too, and then they, they regret their life choices, and I'm just like, this is fun. I like lemons. But I definitely don't recommend eating a lemon like an apple, because it's very, very acidic, and it hurts the teeth after a bit, so be careful. If the sourness doesn't get you, the acid will on your teeth, and it's like, oh no, I made a mistake, even though it's still delicious. Oh, we're almost done. I think like almost. We're almost there. I was gonna say almost a half hour left, or not even a half hour. I can't skip over though. It won't let me look. It's like a little bit over 10 minutes left, I think. No. Is it? Ah, God, I wish I could see. Doesn't matter. And soon I will be charging this. My stupid headset keeps beeping at me. I love you, but man. Ah. But yeah, like I was trying to say, but before I got kind of like sidetracked by other things. Because I was very popular earlier on. Now only one friend is messaging me still, but not as frequently, so thank you.
Ah, Cloud, hello. Isabel mentioned it in today's broadcast, but today we have our first guest over at the campsite. Cloud, if you have time, or even have don't have time, make it a point.
So, interesting thing about the campsite here is no matter who you get for your first camp villager, they will never leave until you invite them. It will always be that one guy or gal waiting for you to invite them, so you gotta accept them no matter what. Kinda sucks. But oh well. Ah! I sneezed. Whoa, indeed. I do like that ringtone. Or town tune. Correct me if I was wrong. But yeah, so back to what I was trying to say before I got sidetracked again. Yeah, so depending on how today works out, which is the 20th I'm talking about, not the 21st that you're seeing this on, but depending on how Theater Rem Final Bar Line plays with you guys, I'll definitely try to do a live version of like other rounds, as well as no matter what, even if it doesn't do well, I will do the way they look on the freaking staircase. It's adorable. But I will still do online mode with a friend. So be aware of that. I don't know when we'll get around to do it, but whenever we do, expect an episode randomly of me playing online. But whether that's going to be episode 2, which will be the final episode, or episode whichever, when I do like other bits. Like maybe what I'll do is like if I do make it a series instead of just a one-off that I'm planning on doing, or thinking I will be doing. It's not really a plan. It's just how it ends up. If it becomes a series, I will do every episode focusing on the game I am playing for the music. So, like, the first episode I did was for Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. So the next one will be either 9 or 8. And then probably 5, because that's my next favorite one. And then it will just, like, go randomly from most liked to least. But every episode will be focused on just completing one of those stages, like I did with 7. But if I don't make it a series, it's just gonna be 7, that one round, and then online mode. So, yeah, that will be it. That will be all. But we will see what it actually will be in the future. Which will be also my future, because I have no idea. Also, this villager... Oh my god, you guys. The first time I got a camp villager, it was a Yeti. Who I really liked. What a giorno. The name's Hippopotamus. Or Hippue, whatever. Glad to meet the official name seated at the campsite. Ooh. And you live on this island, don't you? I figured. Yeah, I'm pretty good at reading people. I can even tell that you're really gonna enjoy having me here. Which, honestly, I don't actually hate him. Like, design-wise, it looks awful. But, like, I don't know, there's something about him that grew on me. Maybe it's his house. It's really nice. Like, when I went into his house the first time, I was like, oh god, I don't want to give him stuff to ruin his house because it's so beautiful. And so I was thinking, like, giving him only, items that you can hang up on the wall. But at the same time, like, will I? I don't know. If I can find them, I'll give it to him. But, like, luckily in the update, you can fix their houses later on. I haven't done that, but I know you can. I don't know how. Maybe one day I will. Oh no. That's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everybody's fine. Oh my god. Yeah, so the rest of this episode is just me getting our next villager by inviting the Mr. Hippo guy. Which I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. He's no Marshall, okay? Marshall's one of my favorites. This next to Merange. And Colton. I also like Colton. And, Punchy. I really like Punchy. He's a good kitty cat. And Lucky. He's a good dog. Oh no. Too many good villagers, honestly. But if I had to pick one villager, favorite male villager would be Marshall. Favorite female character or villager would be Morange. Morange. The rhino. That's kind of funny. My favorite female character is like a giant rhino, while my favorite male character is this teeny tiny little cute squirrel. Whatever. It's not wrong though. I do tend to like that type of character. Like Sakura. Oh, Sakura from freaking Danganronpa. Oh, I love her. She is my goddess. And she is a buff lady. And I really like Makoto, who is a tiny little man. Just a tiny little guy. Yeah. Yeah. I like my dudes small and my ladies large. Whatever. That's not the case for everything, but yeah. Because I mean, look at Pearl. She's my favorite in that series. Then again, I also do like Bismuth. With her, who is quite large. She is buff lady. I do like Shampoo too, from Ranma 1/2. And Akane. No, not Akane. Nabiki. I love Nabiki. She is my favorite of the entire cast. Yeah. Yeah, then there's also Sango from Inuyasha and Kiere, who I also really love a lot. So, yeah. I think the only, well, no, I was gonna say the only male character in that show I like is Inuyasha, but I do also like Moroku. So, here we go. Yay! And Shippo. Shippo's adorable. Uh oh. Not another one. Oh no. Don't sneeze. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nah. Okay, I think we're good. Maybe. I don't know. I have like a tickle. Like I'm still gonna sneeze. No! Ah! Ah! Oh, I do know, one thing I need to mention though. When I do play Dragon Quest XI, I'm probably gonna do a poll on which voiceover you guys want me to play. Because when I was playing it, I was playing in Japanese. Though I'm aware the English dub is not that bad. My only issue with a lot of those type of games is I hate having to listen to them in English, repeating the same line over and over again. Because it gets really repetitive, but when you hear it in a different language, it just, for some reason, it doesn't get annoying. Probably because it's not my native language, so it's not, like, as annoying in my brain space. But, point is, voice acting-wise, either version is great, whether you do it Japanese or English. But when it comes to just having to deal with that one dialogue situation, I probably will be wanting to go into the Japanese version, but I'll leave it up to you guys. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Goodbye!